Welcome, my dear friends throughout the universe, to the first ever episode of Top 5 Fallout 4 mods, where I try to bring you a showcase of the Fallout 4 mods that I find to be the highest quality and sometimes just a plain good and fun add to the game. First off, I'd like to say that I won't cover mods that I consider to be sort of cheat mods that alter the game too much in terms of the intended design, so you probably won't find that many building and or construction mods that alter the original building system on this show. Might happen, but maybe not as likely as another similar Fallout 4 mod show, just saying. And also, this first episode will be a special episode. Normally this show will showcase 5 high quality mods that I think add something special to the game, but since there has been so many mods since the actual release, I am going to do a top 5 category episode where I do 5 categories, smacked full with different mods that I find awesome. And yeah, with that said, hit the intro, mademoiselle. The first category we are going to hit this show off with is UI and Pip-Boy. And the first mod in this category is Full Dialogue Interface by Zero-San and Shadow War. I'm sorry if I pronounce any mod makers wrong. You're more than welcome to point that out in the comments below, so I learn. I need to learn. I'm a noob when it comes to this. I don't think I'm alone when I flinched in a weird way the first time I saw the new console-friendly dialogue wheel in Fallout 4, and even after using it many hours of game time, I can't say that I really like it. Sure, it works fine in other RPGs, but does that mean we need to have it in Fallout? I say no. You say no. Probably, right? I say no. You say probably. That was weird. I don't know. The full dialogue interface adds a dialogue system that is not only more accurate when it comes to picking the right lines that you want to say, it also has more of that classic style, sort of. It comes with a couple of different styles depending on what suits you, and also supports a lot of different languages. It took some time getting used to it at the start of installing this mod, if you're used to the dialogue wheel, but after using this for a while, you'll probably like this as much as I do. Next up, we have 2 different Pip-Boy retextures that I personally like the most. Some of you might disagree and think that some other Pip-Boy retextures look better, but this is my show, and I'll pick whatever I want, okay? Capiche? Did I really say capiche? I'm ashamed of myself right now. The first one I found that I thought looked really nice, even though it's a little bit on the low resolution side for my taste, is the black and white Pip-Boy by MM137. And I also might add that I used the Atom Bomb pinup Pip-Boy wallpapers by Soren with all these Pip-Boys, which is a mod that lets you pick various pinup backgrounds for your Pip-Boys. There is even some nude ones. There were a lot of various Pip-Boy retextures on nexusmods.com, but none of them really spoke to me like the black and white Pip-Boy, and it's one of those retextures that fits very well if you want to pimp out your character in a certain way, say maybe with a tux or something. But even though I personally like the black and white Pip-Boy, I have to say that the best looking one that I could find on the Nexus at the moment is by far the TIE Fighter Pip-Boy texture overhaul by Dr. Derp. Not only is it very high resolution, but the detailing is great. My only issue with this one is that I couldn't really make it fit with any of my outfits. What's a boy gotta do to be pretty? But if you want a really well done retexture, this one is really of top-notch quality. And lastly, I chose to use the improved map with visible roads by MM137. If you rather feel like having a clear view of every destination and have an easy pick when you are fast traveling and so on, this might not be for you, but personally I think the roads is something that I want to use when I travel, and not being able to really see them is kind of annoying. And also, if you use some sort of Pip-Boy wallpaper mod, then this one would certainly help in making the roads extra visible if you want that. Next category is environment. There are tons of various ground, sky, road, and general retextures that improve the look of your game, but personally I did not find too many of them too useful or good looking. I certainly found no ENBs or similar mods that did not make the game look worse, at least in one kind of way, and that's the main reason why I did not choose any of the available ENBs to use in this show or in my actual game, because I didn't really like them. But I did find some mods that I liked that make subtle and nice changes to the game to make it a little bit more pretty. The first one that I found was Radiant Clouds and Fogs by Manga Club, and I have to say the changes here are minimal at best, but I still prefer the way it looks with having this mod on than having it off, so I guess this one is very optional, but I like it at least. Next up we have Fallout Texture Overhauled Stars by Gargola, and basically this mod just adds more stars with higher resolution overall. So if you like gazing at the night sky, this mod is for you. Or if you just want a prettier night sky overall. I kind of like this one. Next up we have FO4 Rain by Ramcoid? I don't know. And again, not the biggest of changes, and probably something you won't notice too much while actually playing the game, but I'd rather still have this mod on because it makes the rain look a little bit better at least, and also retextures the ripples seen as the rain hits the water, so subtle but nice changes. Alright. Next category, we have one of my favorite categories. Combat. For this category, we are going to start with Decay, Better Ghouls by Tumblestein. I think this one is a lot about preference. It changes some of the ghouls up a bit to make them look a little bit more radiated, as well as adding some open wounds. And I personally like both the vanilla ghouls and these ones, but just for the sake of having something new in the game, I'm actually going to use this mod. I think it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty nice. Pretty nice. And when you're done with the ghouls, you might want to unfreeze them in order to blow them up, or smash their brains in, depending on what you prefer when it comes to sexual activities. And when you're done beating off the dead ghouls, you might want to take a while and look at the mess you've created. I'm painting so beautiful pictures in my head right now. Why am I doing this to myself? I don't even know. Anyhow, that leads us right into the next mod, that is Enhanced Blood Textures by D-Definer, which does not only make the blood look a tad bit better if the sprites were not cut off, and high resolution, it adds some extra blood splatter to your screen while you kill off enemies, which is quite cool, actually. I really like this one. There is also a setting to make the blood a bit more blurred than it is on the screen right now, if that's more to your liking. I like this one better though. And while we are on the train of being morbid and vile and ruthless and simply disturbing, you might want to check out the next mod called Killable Children by Abel Loves You. I think we've all felt the urge to hurt a salesman, woman, kid at least once in our lives. So when you have this mod on, just spawn in a ton of nat rights and go to town on them. I have to say, looking back at this, I'm starting to wonder what I'm doing with my life at the moment. But I still can't help to feel like I'm a fighter that fights for equality. I mean, we can kill grown-ups in the game, so why wouldn't we be able to kill kids? And after you've been a morbid son of a bitch, you might want to run around in your spoils, and that will be way more fun if you use the mod Dead Body Collision by Mad Ace. If not, this mod does add something to the game, and one might wonder why this is not a part of the vanilla game actually. I'm not entirely sure. Also, kicking around dead bodies is oddly satisfying. Next mod is Classic Vats by Troy Irving, and this mod does what you think it does. Instead of having the game go on in slow motion in Vats, the enemies now freeze. I mean, seriously, this feels so much better. Just me being nostalgic? I don't know, but having that extra time in Vats just makes the game feel more strategic to me. The slow-mo Vats might up the action a bit, but was that ever the intention with Fallout or of Fallout? Like, ever? Really? I don't know. I really recommend this one. Such a small change, but it works like a charm, and at least I think the game feels way better. Such a small change, so much better. Alright, bye. Next category is companions, and I have to say I had a hard time finding companion armors or retextures or anything at all that really spoke to me personally, except this one mod. And it's the Classic Dogmeat, also known as Pirate retexture by Tiger or Seven Iger, depending on what you want to pronounce that name as. I don't know. It makes glitch meat look a little bit more like the classic dog meat, I guess. And there is just something about it now that it speaks to me. I like the vanilla one a lot, but if you do miss your old dog meat from Fallout 3, for example, this mod might be something that is just the right mod for you. I don't know. What do you think? Last but not least, we have armor and appearance mods. Woohoo! Are you excited? Just a tad? No? That's just... First one that I want to showcase is Lore-Friendly Ghoul Eyes by Pomimax. And honestly, what's with the black ghoul eyes in Fallout 4? Is their eyes dying and becoming more necrotic or something? I don't know. Anyhow, this mod changes up the eyes of friendly ghouls so that they have eyes a bit more reminiscent of the older games, and I personally think they look way better than the black ones. This mod just makes them look a bit less alien, I guess. A small change, small subtle change, but it's something I really recommend. Next up, we have Power Armor, Fast Exit and Enter by a Lithium Dragon. And I guess it does not alter any armors or appearances, but I'm gonna have it in this category nonetheless because I think personally that the long animations for getting out of a power armor is annoying as feckaroonies after a while, and with this mod it just makes that go way faster. There is an addition that makes the entry faster as well, but it had a buggy warning on it, so I'm a bit scared of bugs. Nonetheless, this mod will probably save you a lot of frustration and some time along the way, so recommend this one. And that's actually it for power armors. I did not find a single power armor retexture that I liked over the vanilla ones and actually added something to the game, so I'm like, sorry dude, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? But in future episodes I will most likely feature some cool power armor mods, so stay tuned for that. And finally, we have some armor retextures. Normal armor, that is. And the first one that I want to look at is the Brotherhood of Steel kit by Layer, which changes up the appearance of the BOS uniforms to the better, in my opinion. There has also been a small BOS logo added to the BOS uniform, which looks really nice. And the logo itself looks a bit better overall than any sort of BOS logo in the game. It sort of replaces that logo. And I think this kit will probably be one really nice kit if you want to make the Brotherhood of Steel look as good as possible in the future as well, so keep an eye on this one. I think it could be a really good one in the end. Next, we have the Sci-Fi Shiny Overlay by Mistis Mikoto, I guess. Last name is pronounced in Japanese, I guess. This mods make the vault suit look like something out of a 70s sci-fi show, and I personally love it. I guess this will not be for everyone, but if you're a fan of old-style sci-fi, like me, this is probably something that you want to check out. I think it looks pretty cool. Last but not least, we have the Vault Suit retexture by SoSoft, which is by far the most well-made armor retexture that I've seen on Nexus so far, and I really wanted to have it on this show. Unfortunately, I did not really get it to work. I tried to load it up and give it to one of my female companions, because I'm a male character, so I couldn't really use it for myself, because this is only for females, and it didn't really work, so maybe I had to do a female character to actually use it, but maybe I have to do that for the future of the show. The logistic problems we face in our daily lives. Ain't that a kick in the head? And so, that's about it for this show. Are you thinking, why the fuck did you not feature the mod that I like the most, Serge? And please leave a comment below in the comment section about your favorite mods, and it might appear on this show in the future. I did skip a lot of decently made mods because they just didn't fit into my personal preference. So if you want something to be a little bit highlighted, then please leave a comment below saying which one that you really like and really use, and maybe you can talk with similar-minded people about it. I don't know. Do so if you want. Like and share if you enjoy, guys. Would be very sweet and kind and awesome of you if you wanted to do so. And until next time.